Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for the next week. This is Barefoot Mama Intuitive Reading, and whenever you find this, there's some message here for you. I tried to do your reading already once and was interrupted. There was something about the Two of Cups was at the center of your reading, and then you had the Fool, a new beginning, and your fear was the Ace of Cups. So you might be feeling like there's some new beginning that keeps getting interrupted for you, especially in terms of a Two of Cups connection, whether that be with a friend, a sibling, a parent figure, or a romantic interest. So let's see how this goes. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through in this reading. Help my Sagittarius collective detach from any past negative energies. Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. Amen, amen. So mote it be. All right, Sagittarius. There was also, I did a sound bowl opening in your previous reading, and there was like a sense of being able to evenly give and receive. And the main message was essentially like you're done being in relationships or connections where you're not giving and receiving equally. So that's good. All right. Spirit, what does my Sagittarius collective need to know? Okay, move in silence. Especially if you're like manifesting a connection of some sort, silence is important. Your crossing energy is the Five of Cups, and then you had a King of Cups reversed in the past energies. So you might have been dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio. This is Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio energy. You might be feeling like a little emotionally depleted after releasing something or letting go of something. There's definitely a message coming through about letting go. But the Two of Cups is directly behind you, right? It's in your present moment. You're just still kind of focused on some of the things that are past, and it gives this feeling of emptiness or like void space that is sort of uncomfortable. I think for anybody to face, really, and also necessary, right? The void is where the new is birthed. Like, isn't it in the beginning God spoke over the waters and created heaven and earth and sky? You need sort of the beginning of something first, and your beginning is like sort of here, but you're focused on the ending that brought it about. Essentially, the Two of Swords reverse talks about indecision in your toolkit. Page of Pentacles reverse in your past. You may feel like you need to know a little bit more about something before proceeding. The Moon, yeah, there's something that you feel like you don't know, or something subconscious that's like screaming at you, but you can't really put your finger on it. The King of Cups, who is this person that you're dealing with? A Scorpio? The King of Cups reverse is somebody who is like emotionally unstable or unavailable. Could have been dealing with like emotionally unavailable partners. Again, you're not really dealing with the give and take that is unequal anymore. I think you might be, in fact, pinpointing any subconscious like patterns that led to you to being in unequal connections to begin with. External influence, there you go. There's that Two of Cups. So you might have been offered a relationship, a partnership, or other people are seeing you as like whole within yourself, balanced in your masculine and feminine energies. um what do you think about this? Not moving forward, you're not rushing into anything, that is for sure. You might even be a little bit, with the Chariot reversed, you might even be extra defensive at the moment. Like, you have the Seven of Swords and the Chariot reverse with indecision, and I don't even think you want to learn anything new about people. I think you're kind of just like, no, I feel like you're pretty closed off to letting anybody else in. Judgment. Knight of Wands reversed. People see this about you. Like, you don't want anything. Knight of Wands. You don't want any BS. You don't want any flighty connections. And if you do have connections that are short lived, people understand that it's because you're making a judgment call about bullshit, essentially. Like, you're not just wanting to hook up, or you're not wanting to, like, I don't know. I feel like this is romantic because the Two of Cups came through, and there's this specific message about emotional unavailability. So I was gonna say, if this is like a business thing where you feel like you need to know more, um, that is here potentially, but you're not wanting to make the decision to move forward with anything right now because you feel like you need more information, or you need to learn something else, or get certifications, or licensing, or permits. And the Knight of Wands reverse is like, don't rush in. Only fools rush in. Okay. How else are you feeling about this? Seven of Pentacles. You feel like things are not moving forward. They're not progressing. The Devil reverse. You might be feeling like you're stuck in some sort of toxic cycle. What are your hopes? The Ace of Pentacles reverse. Your fears. Ten of Wands and the advice. Knight of Swords reverse. So your hopes are like, I think that you'll be able to cultivate something in order to give to a situation, a person, a situation, your business, whatever it is. But you don't really feel like you're there right now, especially if this is about emotional energies from the past, like just having kind of dealt with a bunch of emotionally unavailable people. It almost seems to me like you've internalized this energy for yourself, and you're now seeing how you are emotionally unavailable in certain ways, and how you'd like to be able to become more emotionally available. But it's almost like you've internalized this energy because you've dealt with so many characters like that. The Knight of Swords reverse is your advice, says like, try not to speak too harshly over people or their circumstances or their lives, because everybody's, going through something. You may be bringing, with the Ten of Wands here, like past burdens into your present circumstances. That's your fear as well. So I think you're well aware of the fears and the advice, and I think it's actually your hope or your desire to be able to give to a situation that is like, with the Ace of Pentacles reverse here, kind of hidden. You also want to receive, like, you want that equal give and take, which is totally reasonable. um Cancer energy, you might be dealing with a Cancer, or this situation with this like Scorpio water sign. Scorpio will resolve by Cancer season. You also have the Chariot reversed here. So let's see, outcome. Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Oh, look at that. And the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, that's not what I expected at all. That may be how this situation plays out for you, especially by Cancer season. You have the Page of Cups. So like June, end of June and July. Page of Cups is an apology, or somebody coming in with an offer like, hey, here's an idea. Here's how we can make things even. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, making things even. It can also be breadcrumbing, but I usually read that in like the negative light, like, if it's reversed, then I would see this as breadcrumbing, as somebody taking, like, robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of deal. But it's not reversed, it's upright, and there's this gentleman with the scales of justice offering like alms to the poor. I think you're seeing yourself as this, or you're stepping into this like person who's holding the scales of justice. And anybody who's coming to you to like take, there's a part of you that recognizes your power to give, and that's to give of your own emotional energy. There's a part of you that's recognizing like, oh, like, this is what I have to give, and that's it. Like, maybe you've been breadcrumbing people because you've been breadcrumbed in the past and you're just sick of it. And also, you're acknowledging that there's a part of you in doing this that's perpetuating the circumstances of that being what you receive. So with the Ten of Pentacles here, I think you may be given an offer from somebody in which there is potential for you to put your best foot forward and receive theirs as well. Yeah, that seems pretty like boom. And I think the moon is like, it's indicating that while you've received what you didn't want to receive in the past, and while you've had these subconscious influences creating that, living in the present moment now is going to show you like how, I guess, the focus on those past circumstances has perpetuated similar ones in the present. And it's not like you're not aware of that. I don't feel like you're unaware of that. I feel like most Sagittarius people I know are very, if anything, like more aware of cutting through any bullshit. Like they just don't deal with the bullshit at all. Like they're very good judges of character. If a little bit like intense and passionate and like even like flighty is a word that comes through. But I think that you need to, or you, I think that you're trusting your judgment of other people and also learning to like give someone a chance. I think your previous experiences are affecting that just beautiful sound judgment that Sagittarius usually has around people's personalities. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Page of Swords. Yeah, I think that looking back, okay, first of all, somebody at work might be seeing the work that you do and offering you a pay raise or something because you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Um, like you might have been busting your ass at work and just not getting paid what you deserve. Like if this is a business reading, it looks really good. You're just sort of hanging in there for a little bit longer. Um, because you go from the Page of Pentacles through the Eight of Pentacles reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and then 6 and 10, or 7, 6, and 10. Yeah. There's kind of like this one step forward, two steps back kind of feeling about that. If this is with the Page of Cups, also, this could be a business offer. So somebody is watching you with the Page of Swords at work, which is something you don't see, potentially a Cancer or a water sign. And they're seeing you like overcome your devil aspects. You may be tempted to like throw in the towel, but I'm seeing that they're gonna give you a very nice offer to bring things into balance. It's gonna bring about your Ten of Pentacles and the ending of this cycle. If this is a love situation, what is your advice here? The Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Five of Swords. Wow. If this is a love situation, Knight of Swords reversed, Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune reversed. You're being guided to protect your energy without shame. I'm hearing the Five of Swords Aquarius energy can be somebody who's like they want to win at all costs, even at the expense of like their connections with others. So if this is a romantic situation, you could also be guarding yourself to the point where, like, say your major arcana card, right, is Temperance. I think you're also the Wheel of Fortune, but Temperance is ruled by Archangel Michael, and Temperance talks about like being able to walk in both worlds. So you might kind of be in this energy right now of just not even wanting to deal with both worlds. You're like, no, it's my world or go away, basically. And that's okay. You don't have to be engaged in romantic relationships, right? The Star. You might be dealing with an Aquarius romantically. The Aquarius card also talks about walking in both worlds. So you are being encouraged to have hope or to make a wish or to manifest. If a romantic connection is something you want and what's in front of you is not like making you feel safe with the Five of Swords, it's making you feel defensive. Partly there's influences from the past, partly there's karmic cycles closing out, right? Especially regarding your finances and your feelings of stability. Like if you're wanting to connect with somebody in a romantic relationship and you don't have self-worth quite yet, like you haven't stabilized in your own life and you don't feel like you can rely on somebody else to offer that to you, then it becomes your prerogative to create that safety for yourself. A lot of the times when we have that safety for ourselves, right? Like we can engage in relationship with somebody else and not feel threatened by them leaving because we know that like at least practically in practical matters we can provide that security for ourselves. So there might be something here between your security and your romantic relationships. There's a connection there that at least from your own subconscious conditioning, you feel like you're required to provide for yourself. Like you do not feel like you can rely on others to do that. And that's totally fair. And that's some boss bitch stuff, right? Also though, you can have hope. The hangman, you may feel stuck in your perspective a little bit, like you're always kind of hoping for the future in terms of romantic relationships, and like none of the like slow seeds you plant for connections are really going anywhere, especially because practical matters need to be handled first. So I think in terms of this reading, that's so interesting. Your romantic hopes are going to be fulfilled, but it's not through you pursuing your romantic hopes. It's through you pursuing your own security and maintaining your boundaries in a healthy way. The Seven of Pentacles reverse is somebody who's like not reaping what they've sown, or not, they haven't planted seeds that are like fertile or fruitful. And sometimes that's because you haven't like culled the right like things. Like all the dead stuff is sort of taking away the life from the new stuff. So with the devil reverse, I'm seeing like you've overcome some obsessions, some toxicity, some old stuff, and you're really setting your boundaries against that right now. I think that the way that you view love and how you connect in it may change so drastically as you explore your new boundaries and establish your new boundaries and your new potential, that it won't even, like, yes, you can have this hope for the future, but for now your perspective is sort of stuck where it's at until you complete this cycle with your like fundamental security, whether that be emotional or financial or within your family unit or all of the above. Take it as it resonates. So I'm gonna pull one universal truth card for you, Sagittarius, and then we'll get out of here. Humor. This says humor reverse. It came out reversed, but I think this is the universe being like, it's okay. Like, you've got a sense of humor. You can laugh this off. It's going to be fine. Masters teach that having a good sense of humor is the highest form of mastery. In fact, humor is whipped cream for the serious minded, and wit is ice cream for the level headed. What? Problems cannot be escaped in our everyday life. So, the most powerful thing we can do is respond to these difficulties with a greater sense of detachment. As fear begets fear, smiles beget smiles. Yeah, definitely something here about like what you give is what you get. And I think you're a little bit irritated about that lesson because you haven't gotten, but you've gived. You've given. I don't think gived is a word. You've given. Um, you've given a lot. And I don't know, the universe is almost like keep giving, and you're almost like keep fucking off. Like I don't want to play this game anymore, but it looks like this cycle is finally coming to an end when you give to yourself, right? You're now giving to yourself, you're closing the cycle out. That's awesome. Okay, laughter can sometimes be the wisest problem solver. When we laugh and let go, we leave room to create a more peaceful atmosphere for ourselves and others. Our humor helps us develop flexible thinking, which leads to pleasing solutions. Being amusing is the best mood drug because it has absolutely no ill side effects. Humor is a way of not losing our joy to something not of our choosing. Okay, so if you're in a situation, of course, that you didn't choose, the universe is encouraging you to continue to use your bright, beautiful, perhaps even a little bit like off kilter sense of humor to make it through the situation, because your 10 of Pentacles is the result with the 6 of Pentacles, which is pretty awesome. And the Page of Cups, I think you're going to get an offer you didn't see coming, especially by Cancer season and in business, that just blows your mind. So Sagittarius, if this reading resonated, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my donation, Patreon, Etsy, all that below if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time.